Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today's video is my March update of the best savings accounts for 2025. So now that we are a few months into the year, I'm giving you my update of the best savings accounts that you can open this year to ensure that you get the highest interest rates available for your savings. Before we get started, please take a second to give the video a like. Thanks for the like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. You can click subscribe to subscribe to the channel now. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Let's get started. There are still some great interest rates on offer right now. Interest rates have slightly lowered from their peak, but there are still some great interest rates available with savings accounts at the moment, and you still can beat inflation, so you can still earn a few percent on your savings. So you might as well hold your savings in an account that does have a high interest rate. I've got all of those to tell you about today. I'm going to tell you about them in interest rate order. So we'll start with the accounts that have the highest interest rates first and then work our way through. At the moment, the highest interest rates are in the easy access savings accounts, which is really nice because of course they are ideal because you can get unlimited access to your money. Now they are in cash ISAs at the moment. So if you haven't already used your ISA allowance for the year, then why not open a cash ISA to get the highest interest rate on your savings? Cash ISAs are ideal as well, of course, because you don't have to pay any tax on your savings interest, and you can now open and contribute to more than one cash ISA in a tax year as well, which is great. So if one of these takes your fancy, then you can be sure that you'll be able to open one of these right now. Anyway, let's get started with the highest interest rate savings account right now, and this is the CHIP Cash ISA, and the interest rate on this is 5.25%. Now, if you are a new customer to CHIP, you can get access to this high interest rate at 5.25%, so you do need to be a new customer to get access to this interest rate. The minimum you can deposit is just £1, and then the maximum deposit is £20,000. This is an easy access account, as I said, so deposits and withdrawals are unlimited and instant, which is great. You open and manage this ISA in the CHIP app. Interest is paid monthly, and it is a flexible ISA, which is also great because it means that you can withdraw and redeposit in the same tax year without it affecting your overall ISA allowance. And your money is FSCS protected up to £85,000. This goes for this CHIP account that I'm talking about now, and all of the accounts that I'm going to mention in today's video, so you have that peace of mind as well. I've been saving with CHIP for many years now, and what I particularly like is the app is easy to use and it's modern, it's functional, and of course you can get that interest rate at 5.25%, which is the highest interest rate available at the moment in a savings account. This is a boosted interest rate for the first 3 months. You get the interest rate of 5.25%. So it could be that after that time you look around for another ISA, or it might be that CHIP have a new promo offer then, and perhaps they might have a higher interest rate within this product or a different product. So at the moment, the highest interest rate available is the 5.25% in the CHIP Cash ISA. Many of the savings account interest rates I'm going to tell you about today and in general are variable. So that means that at least with this one, you know you're going to get 5.25% interest for at least the first 3 months. So I think that's a pretty good feature of this account. And of course, it's the highest interest rate that you can get right now for your savings. The next savings account that I'm going to tell you about is also a cash ISA. This has the next highest interest rate available at 5.05%, and this is the Plum Cash ISA. What's great about this one is that you do get 5.05% interest for 1 year. The Plum Cash ISA does have a competitive interest rate. It has recently slightly increased, so at least you can see that Plum are increasing the interest rate where they can, and we've seen that it's already gone up since my previous video, so that's a really good sign. The minimum you need to deposit with this one is £100 and the maximum is £20,000. This high interest rate is for new Plum customers only. You open and manage this account in the Plum app. This one is more of a limited access account because you can make up to 3 withdrawals per year. If you make any more than that, then you do pay an interest rate penalty. So you would get a lower interest rate if you wanted to make any more than 3 withdrawals per year. This also applies if you do want to transfer in, you do get a reduced interest rate as well. So perhaps the Plum one might be one that you could use as an additional ISA because you do get a reduced interest rate if you do make transfers in. So if you don't already have a cash ISA and you're a new customer to Plum, then it's perfect for you. If you do already have a cash ISA, then as I said, you might want to think about this as an additional ISA. You can choose from monthly or annual interest, and withdrawals can take up to 1 day. One more thing to note about this one is that it is not a flexible ISA. Overall, I think the Plum Cash ISA is definitely a great option to consider. It has the second highest interest rate available for a savings account at the moment, and you can get 5.05% interest for a year. The third savings account that I'm going to tell you about is the Trading 212 Cash ISA. The interest on this at the moment is 4.9%. So the Trading 212 Cash ISA has the third highest interest rate available right now. And if you're not a new customer to either Chip or Plum, then it's definitely the next best option at the moment, whilst the interest rate is 4.9%. What's good about the Trading 212 Cash ISA is that the interest rate is always competitive, so you do see that it is one of the highest interest rates available at any given time, and also it's completely easy access, so your deposits and withdrawals are unlimited and instant. The minimum you can deposit in the Trading 212 ISA is just £1, and you can open it online or in the app. It is a flexible ISA. Interest is calculated daily and it's now paid monthly. You can make transfers in, and as I mentioned earlier, deposits and withdrawals are unlimited and they are usually instant. As I've said in previous videos, I've noticed that withdrawals can take a few days, particularly if it's over a weekend, but normally I've noticed that they are instant, which is of course ideal. If you like the sound of the Trading 212 ISA, I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can get a free share worth up to £100 if you invest £1 into the invest portion of the app. If you go onto the invest section and put £1 in there, then you can get a free share worth up to £100. So I'll leave that link in the description box below. If you want to open the ISA and get a free share, then you might as well use that link. Those were the first 3 accounts with the highest interest rates available right now. I'm going to tell you about the account with the next highest interest rate, which happens to be a notice account. And then I've got a few more normal, easy access savings accounts to tell you about, and a fixed rate account as well for a fixed term, which might be something to think about. So let's get started first of all with the notice account. This has the next highest interest rate at 4.85%, and it is with Vida Bank. With this one, if you do want to make any withdrawals, you do have to give 95 days notice. Vida Bank is FCA regulated, and your money is protected up to £85,000 by the FSCS, like all of the accounts mentioned in today's video, and you can deposit a minimum of £50 up to a maximum of £85,000. You can choose whether you want your interest to be paid monthly or annually, and you can make unlimited deposits, and of course you can make withdrawals, but you do need to give 95 days notice. These are also unlimited, but of course you are restricted by the fact you do have to give them 95 days notice if you want to make a withdrawal. That's all about that one. Let's go on to some standard savings accounts. So these are not ISAs. If for any reason you don't want an ISA, or if you've already used your ISA allowance, then you could think about these ones. Let's talk about some standard savings accounts with the highest interest rates available right now, which could be great for you if you don't want an ISA or you've already used your allowance. Monument Bank do offer a great interest rate, and their interest rate is 4.75% for their limited access savings account. The minimum deposit is high with this one. I've mentioned it in previous videos, but the minimum deposit is £25,000. The maximum you can deposit is £2 million, and you need to open this one in the Monument Bank app. Interest is paid monthly, and it is a limited access account, so you can make 3 withdrawals per year before you pay an interest rate penalty. So if you do need to make any more than 3 withdrawals per year, then your interest rate would be reduced. Overall, it's the highest interest rate for a standard savings account available right now. It is limited access, but it does have a decent interest rate at 4.75%. The next account allows you to make up to 5 withdrawals per year, so it does give you a bit more access to your money, and this is the Coventry Building Society savings account, and the interest rate on this one is 4.66%. Another great thing about this one is that the minimum deposit is just £1 and the maximum deposit is £250,000. You also don't need to use an app to open this one. In fact, you can only open this one online, by phone, by post, or in a branch. So basically all of the other options, they don't have an app, so you can open and manage this one online. Or if you wanted to, you could of course give them a call or go into a branch. You can choose whether you want your interest to be paid monthly or annually. This is a great option for a standard savings account with a high interest rate that does allow up to 5 withdrawals per year, and the minimum deposit is just £1. Those were all of the easy and limited access savings accounts with the highest interest rates available right now. Finally, I'm going to tell you about a fixed term, fixed rate savings account, which has the highest interest rate available for this type of account at the moment. The interest rate is 4.6%, and this is with Zenith Bank. This interest rate is fixed for 1 year, and you would receive your interest at the end of the year. You can deposit a minimum of £1,000 into this account up to a maximum of £2 million. You need to open this account online, and within your application you need to say which account you want your money to be paid back into at the end of the year, and then that is where they will pay your interest as well. You can't make any withdrawals from the account within the year because it is a fixed savings account, and if you do want to make any instructions about the account, then you do need to do that by email or in writing. So basically, this is an account that's ideal if you want to lock in an interest rate and receive that interest rate at the end of the year, but you don't necessarily need access to your money within the year. That's it for today's video. That was my March update of the best savings accounts for 2025. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you do end up opening one of these accounts, please do leave a comment down below and let me know. If you did make it this far, please just give the video a like. It just takes a second and I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.